Now we go with Johmel, Bustillo, Satorre. No, Johmel, Bustillo, Satorre. Nice. We got some characters as well. Says, hi, my name is Johmel. I'm from the Philippines. I've been watching your video tutorials on YouTube. And, I've learned so much. Just want to ask you a professional industry. If my current portfolio is enough to land me just a character artist. I hate that question, guys. When people ask me, is my portfolio good enough? I don't know. Like, I can tell you what things I would change or I would improve, but it's not like I've seen horrible portfolios get jobs, and I've seen amazing portfolios get rejected. It's so weird. Like, the industry is so weird, and it depends a lot on the studio that you're going, the situation of the industry. So there's a lot of factors involved. But I can't tell you whether or not like you fulfill the skill sets that I would be looking for on a character artist. My first look at this looks good. Shader Keeper, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Love the pose. Good sculpt. Good sculpt. Good sculpt. Good sculpt. Nice. Good UVs. Nice. The hair I don't love. I feel like the hair definitely looks a little bit blocky. Maybe this was the first time or one of the first times that you were doing hair. Especially the cut right here. It's very intense. Female haircuts tend to be very smooth. You always get like a nice like S-curves and things like that. So you might want to check that out. The only thing we're missing here, okay, it's a little bit on the heavy side, and I know that it can be because of the haircuts, but you're mentioning here that you have almost 200k polygons on the armor. That's way too much, man. Way too much, and I'm not sure why you have that much geometry. Like, maybe all of this trims right here, but you could definitely simplify this a little bit more. 300k for a full character like this, it's a little bit on the high side. Malinia. Okay, if you're doing capes, go for Marvelous, man. I'm not sure if you use Marvelous for this one. It doesn't seem like it, but if you're doing capes, go for that, or any type of cloth. You're gonna get more realistic results. It's not bad. Fan arts are always tricky, guys. As I've mentioned before, fan arts are really good because they're very recognizable, but you need to make sure you do a really good job, and I think in this case you did. 120k Tris, that's fine. 5 UDIMs. Yeah, this is a good project. I would normally advise against doing like again this type of fan arts, but you did a good job. I think you did capture the character nicely. I haven't fought Malinia, so I'm not sure how close you were to some of the elements, but in general, most of the modeling is good. Let me check for the breaking music. Music. What's the music? Give me 1 second. I'm studying game design in Canada, and all my friends told me a good person is better than... Yeah. That's another thing, and we've mentioned this before. So... a lot of people will have really good portfolios. I've seen a lot of really good portfolios, and then when I meet the artists, they are very, maybe socially insecure, or they don't know how to communicate properly, or they're just a dick or a douche. In those cases, like... sorry, I'm not gonna hire you, I'm not gonna work with you, because it's just like an uncomfortable situation for everyone. So that's why networking is so important. Like, trying to be a cool person, trying to meet people, be friendly to them, it's always a good way to open more opportunities for you. Change these bandages. They look very clay-like. They don't look like bandages, they look like, again, like stripes of plastic, and it could be a texture thing, or it could be another part. I like that. If you are not an animator, don't animate. That would be my advice, man. Like, I understand why you were doing this. You were trying to follow the cinematic. This is a good shot right here. I like this sort of like lineup. But again, I think those bandages look a little bit weird. Now, here's one thing that I'm gonna be very honest with you, Johmel or Johmel. You are doing a lot of fan art. I'm not sure if this is also a fan art. It says personal character design, so maybe this is not yours, but these two are fan arts. You might want to do something that's a little bit more original, because we've seen Joshua so many things, we've seen so many times, we've seen Malenia so many times. So if you want to, again, like, be separated from everyone else, you definitely want to try something a little bit more different. Let's see. Toasted said, I once got hired because the other candidate was an asshole. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Shader Keeper. Yeah, man. We are here. Thanks for the support. and for the follow. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Can I mention a person on YouTube for the guy who's doing environment? The guy has literally good and working logistics. I make something. Yeah, of course, Mad Loco. You can mention people in here. You can mention people in here. I'm a game artist, but I have some issues. Sometimes I like to environment, sometimes I want to do character. What should I do to focus? If you would like to do like a little bit of everything, then you are just a generalist, man. And that's fine. I technically am a generalist because the stuff that I do here for the work that we produce, it's a little bit of everything. So I rig, I animate, I model environments, I model characters, I model creatures, I do rendering, I do particle effects. Like, I do a little bit of everything. So I'm technically a generalist, but I personally like to do more characters. If you rig your characters, but you're not great in animation, Stacy, I would recommend to use Mixamo or like pre-built animations to see if they deform nicely. That would be my advice.